Okay, I want to come on just to do a quick proximity sort of alert type thing. When we look at prophecy in the Bible, when we look at how much prophecy is unfolding or converging before us right now, it's important to take stock of certain things that are happening around the world and not let our vision be dictated by mainstream media. One of the things that seems to be missing from mainstream media right now is the things that are going on in Israel. Um, for instance, I think it's 11 people have been killed as a result of 5 terror attacks in the last 2 weeks in Israel. And I think that's the most in about 20 years in such a condensed period. And there seems to be this narrative that is being pushed. Now, we talked about this on Sunday in the service, that an Iranian cleric has came out quoting the Quran as a source, and based on his calculations on this book that we don't ascribe to, he has worked out that, in his opinion, there's this prophecy that Israel will be wiped out. I think it's 8th of July or 8th of June this year by that time. And as we're in the process of Ramadan now, there seems to be a ramping up of terror attacks in Israel because people are buying into this narrative, this prophecy, so to speak. Now, we know that that's not going to be the case because the Bible's very clear on this. And we know as well that, if this pointed toward anything, it would be seen well, certainly in my opinion, as Psalm 83. So Psalm 83 talks about a confederacy formed against Israel. It says the tents of Edom and the Ishmaelites, the Moabites, the Hagrites, the Gebal, Ammon, Amalek, Philistia with the inhabitants of Tyre, Assyria also has joined them. So that's the area of Jordan, the Gaza area, and so on and so forth. And they join them and they come against Israel. Now, we know that, certainly there's an awful lot of bell ringing going on in regards to Ezekiel 38 and 39. And a lot of it I would agree on, that we're heading toward that. But it's not to miss what seems to be present itself as a possible thing on the horizon, which is Psalm 83. The Psalm 83 war is an end time war. And if we keep our eyes fixed on these things, it means that we're not caught off guard. It means that we're not caught sleeping, but we're sober and vigilant, keeping our eyes like watchmen on the hill, keeping our eyes on what is happening. And at the same time, it should fill our hearts with that motivation to go out, do more for Christ, to see more of the harvest come in. And at the same time, like the wedding guests in Matthew 22, get ready for the coming of the bridegroom. And I'm not saying like Christ, I have no idea when the rapture will happen. It could happen 10 minutes from now, it could happen 10 years from now, it could happen whenever. But whenever the rapture happens, you do not want to be caught off guard. You want to be making sure that you're pressed into the presence of Christ, that you're keeping the oil in your lamp burning, and that you are aware of the times in which we live in. So if you take this as anything, take it as a time, take it as I guess an alarm bell to keep your eyes fixed on the converging and the unveiling of prophetic scripture in front of our eyes nowadays, because so much has happened. We're seeing the rise of globalism. We hear the phrase New World Order continually, and there's so much happening right now that it's not a time to be caught off guard. It's not a time to be intoxicated with the spirit of the world, but as 1 Thessalonians 5 tells us, to be sober and vigilant. Okay, so I just wanted to give you this as a brief word, and hopefully you got something from it. And if you did, please like, please share, please comment. God bless.